Before we get into the predictions, just look at this play. Look at this play. So I was a genius, and the Vikings were so backed up into their own territory. I'm like, you know what? Let's go for a field goal block because that will because they're obviously gonna run it. There's only a couple seconds left in the quarter. So I switched to field goal block, which makes them switch to a pass play. So then I go into a blitz defense to sack the quarterback to get a safety. But what ends up happening is I get a touchdown. So that basically worked out perfectly. But besides that, we're going to get into some NFL Week 5 predictions, and it's going to be pretty awesome. So, starting off is the Thursday night game, which I really don't care about. I don't care about who wins or really anything. But it's Arizona versus San Francisco 49ers. Now, like everybody, a lot of people had so much faith in the Cardinals. And turns out they suck this year so far. It's only so far, though. But they've been doing really bad. And, they don't have Carson Palmer this game. Which is a big loss for the Cardinals. So, here's what I think. Cardinals have come off of 2 straight big losses. And they want to come back. But this game is not their game. They'll come back when Carson Palmer's back. 49ers take this game. And plus, the 49ers are also home, too, so they have the advantage. So, yeah, 49ers will take this game tomorrow, which actually, by the time this video is up, it'll be in a couple hours, this game. So, I'm going to say first game is the 49ers. And last week I did so bad. I don't know. I'm not even going to look at how many I got wrong. But I got a ton wrong. I'm going to try a lot better this week. Next up, we have Washington at Baltimore. This is another tough one because I feel like, in my opinion, Baltimore is not as good as their record. They're 3-1 right now. They versed 3 pretty easy teams. Bills were probably the hardest team they versed. They versed the Browns. They versed the Raiders, which they lost to. And they versed the Jaguars. So, they're 3-1, which is good, but they haven't versed anybody super tough yet. And I feel like Washington will show them who's boss in this game. Washington's going to be Baltimore at Baltimore. So I feel like the Redskins can definitely show the Ravens who's boss. So next up we have New England at Cleveland. This is a funny one. Tom Brady is finally back, which is good for a lot of Patriot fans. But most people don't like the Patriots, so it's probably bad for most people. I really don't care about the Patriots. They don't bother me until it comes to the playoffs. But Patriots right now are 3-1. They should be 4-0, but they lost to the Bills, which I predicted. I predicted them to lose to the Bills. I didn't think it'd be a blowout, but I predicted that. So I'm smart, and I think I'm gonna do good with New England this year. I basically predicted them for most of my games this year. I didn't make videos on it, but I just, I go through it and I think who's going to win. And New England, I've been pretty good at, because obviously they're a good team, so it's kind of easy to do the good ones. But they're obviously going to beat the Browns in this one. I don't expect a blowout. I'm not going to lie, I expect something to be a little bit close. Maybe I would say 10 point difference, which is close for the Browns for that. But they did a poor job against the Bills, and I don't see them as like a super tough team. Like, they're good, but if you lose to the Bills like that, then something's obviously wrong. It might have been the quarterback, it might have been this, that. Tom Brady's back, but I don't see a blowout. I don't see Cleveland scoring 0. If I were to guess the score, it'd be 20-38, something along those lines. Next up, we do have my team, New York Jets at Pittsburgh. Now, Pittsburgh is going to win this game. I love my Steelers. Jets have honestly looked bad these couple games. I definitely expected them to be one of the better teams this year. Definitely a playoff team. But now it's week 5, and they don't look as good as I would have thought originally. So, Fitzpatrick especially, he has 10 interceptions this year already? Big Ben has 11 touchdowns. So, geez, if you have 10 interceptions, that's crazy. And I still see crazy as 11 touchdowns, but think of 10 interceptions in a single 5 games. That is pretty crazy. Not even 5 games, 4 games he had 10 interceptions, and half of them came from week 3 against the Chiefs. So I really don't see Jets much of a threat against Pittsburgh. I feel like Steelers will win this one by a gap. There will be a gap. I don't think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a nice gap between the score. Last time Steelers-Jets played, Jets actually won. That was 2014, though. But it is 2016, and I feel like my Steelers will beat the Jets. Next up, we do have Philadelphia at Detroit. This is a tough one. Philly definitely looks amazing. The team looks perfect. Like, really no flaws, basically. Now, the Lions have been also doing bad this year. I want to say the Lions are going to win this one because Lions are home. Lions need that win. They haven't got that win in a while. They won week 1, I think, and that was it. So, I want to say Lions, but the Eagles are coming off of a bye. Carson Wentz is good. They're getting a lot of players back from injuries, I bet. I'm not sure, but, that's usually how it happens. After a bye, you get a lot of players back from injury. So, Eagles are going to take this one, even though it's playing at Detroit. Philly had the easier half of the schedule in the beginning, although the Steelers, I don't know what happened with that game. Don't even talk about it. The second half of their schedule is a lot harder, so I'll see how they play. My record prediction for them is around 10-6. I hope I'm around the ballpark. Next up, we have the Bears playing the Colts. This is a weird one. The Bears just beat. Who did they beat? I already forget. Who did the Bears beat? Bears. They just beat the Lions. That's right, because the Lions suck. All right, they just beat the Lions. And the Colts just lost to the Jaguars. Colts, definitely a good team. They are definitely a good team. They just have, I don't know. I don't see Andrew Luck as good as people say he is. He's not amazing, but he's still good. He's better than, some teams, for example, I'd say he's better than Jameis Winston. Although they're, completely different age and everything. I don't see Jameis Winston as, a huge... I see him better than Marcus Mariota, but he's still not amazing. He's good, though. I don't know. Andrew Luck, he's alright. But the thing is, with this game, Bears, Colts are coming off of a huge loss that they want to come back on. So Colts are going to win against the Bears. Next up, we have Titans versus the Dolphins. Dolphins just lost to Cincinnati, which it was 7-22 or something like that. So they only scored 7 points in that whole game. Tennessee, I don't know. This is another hard one. I see these two teams are even skill-based. They both are, no offense, but kind of bad. They've been bad the past couple of years. Titans are definitely upcoming, and they are improving a little bit. Marcus Mariota really has to step up his game, though. Now, Dolphins. I would say Dolphins would beat the Titans. I don't want to be wrong, but Ryan Tannehill, Jarvis Landry, I think are going to make some nice touchdowns because the Titans defense has not been doing very good either. Next up, we do have Texans versus the Vikings at Minnesota. I'm going to flat out say that Vikings win this one. They win by a long shot. Vikings are going to move to 5-0 this week. I'm going to make that my lock-in game. Vikings do move to 5-0. Houston looks amazing. DeAndre Hopkins needs yards because he's on my fantasy team, and he got no points last game. But I'm going to say Vikings win this one. They look on fire these past couple weeks, and they're at Minnesota. I feel like they're going to go undefeated at home this year. That's just my prediction. So that might mean they win the Super Bowl. They might go to the Super Bowl because they're likely to play at home if they keep up what they're doing. Next up, we have Atlanta at Denver. Now, the Falcons had an insane game. Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, insane game. But that's not going to happen again. That's not going to happen 2 times in a row. And you guys should know that. That normally does not happen 2 times in a row. 300 receiving yards, 500 passing yards. That doesn't happen 2 times in a row. Denver's going to beat the Falcons easy. Not easy. I would say it might be a little close. But although the Falcons did beat the Panthers, Panthers are not too hot this year compared to last year. So Denver will beat the Falcons. All the score predictions should be in the description, just so you guys know. Next up at 4:25, one of the 4:25 games, we do have Bengals at Dallas. Now, I want the Cowboys to win this game because I'm just not a huge Bengals fan. I'm a Steelers fan, and the Bengals are pretty mean to the Steelers. They're just the fans just don't respect the Steelers, so I'm just not a huge fan of the Bengals. So I would like to see Cowboys, although I don't like both teams. I don't like the Cowboys or the Bengals. I would say I could see the Cowboys winning this game. Just because Des Bryant is supposed to play, I think. Is he? I don't know. I thought I heard something that he's supposed to play. Yeah, I think he is. I don't know, but Dallas, especially at Dallas, Cincinnati has not been as good as they were last year. What are they? I think they're 2-2 right now. And I'm gonna check real quick. 2-2. Yeah, Bengals are 2-2 right now, which is all right. It's an all right start, but compared to last year, they're not doing as good. So I think Cowboys are gonna win this one. Cowboys are also on fire. They're 3-1. They look great. The only game they lost to was the Giants. That was a close game too. So the Cowboys will win this one. Next up, we have the Bills playing the Rams. The Rams and the Bills both look great. The Bills are coming off 2 amazing wins. Cardinals and Patriots both beat them by plenty of points. The Rams came off some huge wins. They beat who they beat? They beat the Seahawks. They beat the Buccaneers. They beat the Cardinals. So I don't know. This is gonna be another hard one. They both beat the Cardinals by quite a few points actually. I'm not sure what the score was for the Rams, but they both beat the Cardinals. I say the Rams take this W here. Rams beat the Bills. Bills never go on this much of a streak of winning, so I don't see them going 3 wins in a row, especially 3 big teams. Rams are considered a big team. They're 3-1 right now, so I don't see that happening right now. Next up, another afternoon game. We have Chargers playing the Raiders. I have a lot of faith in the Raiders this year. I always did. At the start of the season, it didn't really seem like much, but the defense has to step up, and they really have stepped up a bit. So I see the Raiders winning in Oakland too. This is in Oakland. So I see the Chargers going down to the Raiders. Raiders are going to go to 4-1, which is good. And the Sunday night game, we do have the Giants at Green Bay. This is a hard one. Green Bay is what, 2-2, I think? 2-1, I mean, 2-2? 2-1, because they did have the bye week. So 2-1. They're gonna move up to 3-1 this week against the Giants, and Giants will bump down to 2-3. Am I right? 2-3. Yeah, 2-3. So the Packers will beat the Giants at home. I just see that happening. They really got to step. Packers really got to step up their game. They've been a little slacking a little bit. You know, they're not as good as they used to be. But they can definitely pick it up against the Giants. And last game, we got Monday night. Tampa Bay at Carolina. Now, this is another tricky one. Panthers don't have Cam Newton. He is injured with a concussion, and I'm pretty sure he was ruled out for this game. And the Buccaneers are looking pretty good. Like, to be honest, they don't look that bad. So, I'm going to say the Buccaneers beat the Panthers at Carolina on Monday night. That is going to be an awesome game. I can't wait for that one. I'm going to watch that one. But, yeah, that is basically it. Those are all my predictions. If you did enjoy the video, that would be awesome if you subscribed and expect this series every Thursday or something. I don't know when I post these. Probably every Thursday. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you slap that like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.